you'll never grow if you're too afraid to fall. In order for us to grow as people, in order for us to grow as individuals, we have to be okay with falling. We have to be okay with making mistakes. Mistakes are the things that make us, yet a lot of us don't want to make mistakes. We don't want to be seen as a failure or somebody who doesn't get things right. We don't want to be that person who always makes mistakes. We don't want to be seen as a failure in society, as seen as a failure in our families, in relationships, in our friend groups. We don't want to be seen as that person who never gets anything right. But understanding that in order for us to grow, we need to fall. In order to grow, we have to make mistakes. We have to learn from the mistakes that we make. A lot of us won't do things, won't try things because we're too afraid to fall. We have that what if it doesn't work out mindset. But we have to change that mindset from what if it doesn't work out to what if it does. What if everything that I've ever dreamed of, all the goals that I always want but never actually pursue because I think I'm never going to achieve them, what if that actually works? What if I put all my effort in and it ends up working? But a lot of us would rather not try at all because we don't want to fall. A lot of us will stay the same person because we refuse to fall, and we have no growth in our life. We have no growth in our career because we don't want to fall. We're okay with being comfortable and being in the same position that we're always in. The people that you know who have the most growth, they endure the most problems. Those people face the most problems and they look for challenge. They look for things that will give them growth. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Growth happens when you seek discomfort. So understanding that if you're in the same position that you've always been in your life, in your relationships, in your friendships, it's because you don't fall. It's because you don't experience any sort of mistakes or any sort of resistance. If you have no challenge in your life, then you'll never grow. We have to invite challenge, and when challenge happens, we have to accept it and welcome it. Accept and welcome challenge into your life. Challenge will cause you to fall. Challenge will cause you to grow. If you got everything right the very first time you did it, there would never be any growth in your life. You would never be as resilient as you are now without those challenges, without falling and getting back up every single time. If you fall and get back up every time, you get stronger. If you fall and keep on going, that's what makes you stronger. Getting things right the first time isn't what makes you stronger. It's falling, getting up, and doing it again. Falling, not getting what you want, putting all your effort in, yet not achieving the things you want, and keep on going no matter what happens, no matter what results you get, and you keep on going. That's what makes you grow. That's what makes you a good person. That's what makes you a strong person. So remembering that in order for us to grow, we have to fall. In order for us to grow, we have to fall, and we have to, more importantly, get back up. We have to get back up regardless of how we feel. We can't just try things when we feel like it. We have to try, fall, get up on the days where we don't want to. You're always bound to fail. It doesn't matter what you pursue. It doesn't matter what you try. If you step out of your comfort zone, you're bound to fail. The only way that you guarantee that you never fail is if you never try. But if you never try, you'll never know. A lot of us will live with regret because we never try things. But the feeling of regret versus the feeling of failure, the feeling of I did my best, I did everything I could, yet I didn't achieve the things that I want. Living with that versus living with regret, living with what if I tried? What if I tried? Could I have gotten the things that I've always wanted? Could I have achieved those goals? But living with that feeling of, okay, I did everything I could. That feeling of peace, okay, I tried my best, I tried my hardest, and I didn't achieve the things that I wanted to. And that's okay because I tried. I put in my all, my 100%, yet I didn't get it. That feeling, you can live with it. But that feeling of, what if I tried? What if I moved to that new city? What if I asked out that girl? What if I started that dream? I started that YouTube channel? You would never know. You would never know if your life would be different because you were too afraid to fall. You were too afraid to experience rejection, failure. It doesn't matter what it is. You can't not do things because you're afraid that it's not going to work out. Things work out when you work. Things work out when you try. Everything you do is not going to work out. Everything you try, you're not going to get it 100% right, and that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall, but it's not okay to stay there. It's not okay to fall, stay there, and give up. You have to get back up regardless of how you feel, and it's not okay to not try things because you don't want to fall. It's not okay to not try things, not to pursue things because you're afraid to be looked at as weird, looked at as a failure, looked at as somebody who didn't get it right. That's not okay. It's okay to try. It's okay to put in your all and not reach that thing that you wanted. That's okay. Giving it your all and not achieving your goals, that's okay because you gave it your all. But also asking yourself, did I really give it my all, or did I just pursue it lukewarmly? Did I just pursue it 50%? Did I pursue it with everything that I had? Really everything that you had? Ask yourself now, what are the things that I'm working towards? What are the things that I want in my life, and what am I willing to sacrifice? Growth requires sacrifice. You have to sacrifice certain things in order to grow. You have to be uncomfortable in order to grow. Growth happens on the other side of fear. Growth happens on the other side of your comfort zone. So remember that in order to grow, we must fall.